I'm doing it. B is the winner. I don't know if this is too close. Maybe a little bit higher. Let's see a little bit better. We'll see. We shall see. It's not going to be so entertaining. It's just going, oh, okay, I can use those scissors. Okay. Hello, whoever popped in here. I guess you're going to have to excuse the noise in the background because I do have two boys here. So, yeah, they are wrestling and doing whatever boys do. So, the winner was B, which is so pretty. That and one that I have never tried but have seen and heard wonderful things about. Tiny and shiny. But I have to show you guys this. This is one of the new ones. And it's way prettier in person than it is on the website. So cool. I don't know who's here. Who's here? Say something, because then I can see it, because I can't scroll and do stuff like that. I get to make a mess here. Okay, this is a very, very shiny one. So, I'm getting my cuticles all cleaned. Drives me crazy because after I wash my hands, I normally always put a ton of lotion on. But when you're applying Color Street, you should not put on a lot of lotion. So that kind of nixes that idea. So anyway, I don't know or expect anybody to be in here watching, but if you catch a little bit, you catch a little bit, and see how I do stuff, you see how I do stuff, or not. But there we go. This is like the most exciting Friday night doing my nails. But that's okay. I did wash my hands right before, but it doesn't always get everything off my nails. Okay, so now that that's done, we'll start. Oh, I'm going to open the Tiny and Shiny first. I want it to be ready. It took me, I don't know how many sets until I realized that, like, you opened this up and had your little workstation, like, laid out. Voila! Hello, person. I don't know who you are, but hello. I have yet, this is my first petite that I'm trying, so this is going to be interesting. I'm pretty sure my fingers are small enough. Otherwise, I'm going to have to do some I don't know what. Oh my gosh, but look at it. Okay, enough of that. All right, so I don't know if these are super like flimsy or not. I guess I'm going to find out. Ooh, it's kind of see-through. Pull that off. So, oh, it's very see-through. I was not expecting that. All right. It's kind of weird and difficult to be doing this with or on a screen. Okay, so I've got it down there. I'm gonna check and make sure I'm all the way. Oh, and I didn't get it as far as I wanted. Ugh, so I'm just gonna have to stretch it like that. So I've done that. If I don't put it all the way to the edge, like where I want it, I've pushed it. And it has moved it over. You can hear it like fighting. We'll see if I keep this one. So with the pinky one, that end is never big enough for any of my fingers. So this one feels like rubber. So I'm going to cut it like that and push it. So see how I got it up on my cuticle there? I am going to take my cuticle stick and I am going to keep pushing it until I tuck it under my skin, because it will tuck under my skin and no longer be on top of my skin. So that's what I do when I get it on my skin. Now, I'm completely not happy with how I did this on the side here. So I am going to fix it. Not at this particular moment, but I am going to fix that. So here's the beginning of Pool Intentions, and it's still on me a little bit. So I'm going to push it a little bit more. So this rubber cuticle stick is like your best friggin' friend, because it literally can just, it doesn't hurt or anything, and it just pushes it under your cuticle. And so, and don't worry, like my cuticles look totally dry, because they are. I left my cuticle nippers at work, so I couldn't take care of this, but I'm going to put cuticle oil on afterwards. Going to take care of that little dryness. But there you go. So I've got that over here that I'm totally not happy with, that I will fix. I'm kind of super excited to just get the tiny with shiny on it already. So this one, I'm not sure. No, that side is too small, so I'm going to use the bottom side again. Pull it off. Sometimes pulling these tabs makes me feel like an idiot, because I'm like, what is going on with my fingers? They don't just work like I want them to. Okay. So now a part of my problem is doing it in front of the camera like this, but that's all right. So I'm going to look and see. So some people start in the middle. I like to start on the side to get one perfect side. And generally what I do, which I didn't do on my pinky, is I pull it across so that it then goes over my whole finger. So now again, like a little bubble right here, no big deal. You just shove it under your cuticle. So this one's much better. See, I've got some little ripples here, and I'm just gonna iron them out, and they're just gonna come right out. Now over here, looks like I didn't buff my nail totally smooth. That's okay. Tiny and Shiny's gonna cover that all up. Now, instead of just tucking this under, I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna cut it off, because I'm gonna take this piece and I am going to take care of this little part that made me unhappy. So I'm gonna put that there. Then I'm going to run this. So actually when you do it like this, this one's a little bit thicker than some of the other ones, but I keep pushing right in that line between my finger and cuticle, and I keep pushing it and pushing it and pushing it and pushing it, because it is going to start to tear. So now I'm not making a perfect, like, so here we go. Okay, so instead of ripping, I don't want to rip that, because if it comes off, it's going to piss me off. So I'm just going to go like this again. And I'm going to just keep doing that and doing that until, look, it wants to stay on my finger. You cannot stay. There. Now, I know that that is not perfect. You know that that is not perfect. No one else is going to know that that's not perfect. And now it's totally covering my whole finger. So that's how you take care of that. So now this, I'm going to tuck it under. So I tuck it under, and then I take it and I push it. So again, A little bit over here, not happy. I'm probably going to do the same thing I did with my pinky because I don't like that. So, and I'm going to, just so that I don't bore you guys to death with my whole friggin' video, because I will leave it on in case people want to pop in and see. But so see, like I can still, like these, they're so flexible for so long, it's ridiculous. So I'm gonna keep working that until I get it how I want it. Same with up here. This particular, I haven't used a solid like this yet. It's, I guess maybe because of all the colors, it's a little bit thicker than a regular solid, but it's still thinner than a sparkle. Anyway, so I'm going to use, so this is tiny and shiny, right? So I don't know that I want to use the tiniest one for my pinky because that might be too small. So I'm going to use this one. And in a second, if it gets much rowdier in there, I'm going to yell at some kids. So this is what's supposedly going to make this little galaxy looking thing. My gosh. It's so awesome. Okay, it's over my finger, but that's exactly what I wanted. I might be a little bit shy on that side, so I'm going to do the cut trick because I'm going to take this little piece and I'm totally going to put it over here. So I'm going to tuck it in. Whoops, I'm probably going away from the camera. Sorry. Sorry, guys. You can see what the big fuss is about tiny and shiny because it's just so sparkly. So this also, so when you're, because this is a little bit thicker, so I'm going to cut it with this, but I'm not going to just go like that because it will tear it and drag. I kind of just get in here and cut and then pull it away. So cut, cut. And then you just kind of scrape it off your finger. There we go. Hi, Des. I don't know if you're still there, but hello. So it's like a little work of art, you know, you just keep messing with it. And if you guys don't have the patience for it, I get it. Slap it on there. It's still going to look beautiful. Still going to look beautiful. So this is where you don't want to just drag it because that's where it's going to Okay, I'm a tiny and shiny believer. Obviously I have a little bit more cleaning up to do, but you guys get the effect, right? I'm happy. Ooh, look at it. I can see it on the camera. It's pretty bright. Okay. So I leave all of this at least until tomorrow. It's not going to hurt me. It's not going to hurt anything. I leave it on here as long as it will stay. Now, if my cuticle nippers were at work, or they weren't at work, I would use them. When it starts to come away from my nail, because I tuck it all the way onto my nail, but when it starts to lift, then I cut it out so that it doesn't then tear around the top. But that's that one. See, I'm going to fix that because that will just drive me insane. But that's all right. So, take the next one. Next. Yep, you are here. Yeah, you watching? I don't know if anything I do is special or if this is how everybody puts them on. I don't know, but you can watch and... Nah, I probably was really stupid to not test my fingernail first because I don't know if this is big enough. maybe. So now I guess certainly big enough on that side, but I don't like where it is. This one's kind of nice. It's not like a regular solid that's super flimsy. Here comes Aaron. Messing with doors.
What?
Well, I just said you're messing with the door. So, and again, I told you that sometimes I just put my finger on and I push it to the side because it will totally move. So I'm pushing it over because I want it more on that side. And my cuticles don't look good right now, but they will when I'm done. Don't worry. And so this. So I feel like if I push it, it's gonna bubble a little more. So you just tug it. Now I'm gonna cut it. Sorry if I'm going off the camera. That's fine wherever it landed. So I'm gonna push this under. So one little bubble over here. Okay, now I have that big pile of stuff under here. I don't care. I am just going to squeeze it and tuck it in. Oh, thanks. Aaron's going to go back to work for me and get my purse. So this one doesn't really want to stay, so I'm going to make it stay. Okay. Don't like this one right here, so I'm going to push it. Being attacked now by my garbage. So, what do you think? Am I using the same techniques that you would use? Am I doing anything any differently? I don't know. I don't know what you guys do. I wanted to leave this here, but it's definitely telling me that it doesn't want to stay. Maybe that little piece will stay. It's like a funny thickness. So that's not bad. That though, so I dropped this guy down here. So I am totally gonna take it and put it there. Should have ripped that off, but that's all right. There. It's tiny and shiny, you guys. I'm like staring at it on, just looking at it right here, like, that's so amazing. Okay. So, I need to give this a couple little, it's nice with the rubber cuticle, like it doesn't do anything to the polish like whatsoever. So you can just rub it like that, and all it's doing is just cutting in where you don't want it. See, so it's already not quite cutting on the end, and I want it stuck to my finger. So, damn it. It's that one stubborn little piece. So, I'm not even going to try to cut it. I'm just going to tuck it under. I know it seems like a lot, but I can't stand the little pieces on the outside. That I just can't. So literally, I'm shoving it all under my nail. It's not going to stay there forever, but it's getting it all cured onto my finger. And I just buff that out. Oh, hey, say hi. Who's there? Like, I can see it, that there's someone there, but I don't know who it is. Say hello or something. Oh, now it's changed. My phone says, oh, now they say the same. My phone said 3 and my computer said 5. So I'm totally going to make sure I use a bigger Tiny and Shiny to cover that, but at least underneath the Tiny and Shiny, it will still be blue and no one except you 100 and something people will ever know. So there's that. So another thing, let's see. Guess I'll do my other pinky. But someone tell Cassandra that I'm doing a live video because she messaged me and I can't answer her. And I really feel bad that I haven't answered her. But I'm not going to stop this to do a message. Oh, hey, Janice. So I don't know if this one's big enough or not. We will see. So again, I like to start on one side because I like to have one at least side that I know is perfect. Now let's see how much this guy stretches. I stretch him across. Oh, I tore him a little bit because I stretched too hard. That's okay. I will fix it. Yeah, that barely fit this guy, but no worries. Cut it off. I brought my wrong scissors. I've got Mongo scissors for little tiny nail stuff. So I am going to peel that piece out that I ripped. I kind of manhandled it a little bit. And I'm just going to put this piece there. And that's going to take care of it. So, hi Dee! Oh, I'm happy that you're here because I would love to give you some tips, my solid loving woman, because you like the solid colors. So I am messing with this pinky. Just put it on. Don't mind my dry cuticles. I did not have my cuticle nippers to do that before I did my manicure. So if you guys can see over here, there's a part of my camera that's in the way. Over here, there's that little piece. I'm actually just going to tuck it in. So with your rubber cuticle stick, you can literally get it on your cuticle and then push it under. I don't know what happened here, but I will fix it. It's a little bit of a bubble. Keep working them out. Tuck it in. So I'm doing Pool Intentions with then Tiny and Shiny on top, and the Tiny and Shiny is amazing. I put an extra little piece there, but no one's gonna see all this stuff that I'm doing. So here, I put this whole big slap on just to cover a little corner. So the rubber cuticle stick I'm just tracing my cuticle, well, basically not my cuticle, but the line between my nail and my cuticle over and over. And in my awkward angle with the camera, but I'm just going to do it, and at some point it's going to cut. And as I'm doing it, it's tucking it in. So I don't want to do that forever. So I'm going to take the wooden one and not drag it, but push. And then I can slightly push down and pull back. But if I drag it, it's going to take the polish with it. So I just want to pull it back. Now, funny enough, I named my little thing because I didn't know what to do when I signed up. It was like, make a name, and I'm like, I don't know. And so it was Fast Nails for Fun. I'm not super fast at it. I mean, it's better than the amount of time that you have to wait going to a salon and doing all that, but I am not super fast because I like it to be perfect, or as perfect as it can be for me. So I'm pulling this partly away from my cuticle, but I want to leave a little bit of it tucked over because I like that overlap. So, and again, cuticles are super dry. They won't look like that when I am done. All right, so getting there. Like, this is the torturous part for me because whenever I wash my hands, I literally like immediately put lotion all over, and I can't do that when I'm about to do my nails because they won't stick. So I've decided that with this, so sometimes it's nice to, like with the glitters, you can stretch it, and I always go with the smallest piece for the glitter, the smallest strip that I can use. But with this, I'm finding it's too tedious like that. I don't want to work so hard anymore. So I'm going to come right up. Now this is not going to fit perfectly, so I'm going to come up to the edge. I'm going to grab it. Sorry if I went off camera. So last time I pulled it really hard across, I tore it, so I don't want to do that. So see, I'm totally bigger, but that's okay. And I'm up on my cuticle here, and that's okay. Because I'm just going to take it and work it into and under my cuticle. Sorry, I keep getting off camera with my right hand. So, do you see that? Like, it was literally on my cuticle just a second ago, but now that I've taken it and pushing with the rubber cuticle stick, it's just all going right under my cuticle, which is exactly where I need it to be. So, sorry. So, super close on the edge right here. That's all right. Tiny and Shiny's going to cover it. Now this, I'm going to pull it a little bit so as I'm pulling it like this, it's actually making it stick more to my nail, right? So I'm going to go like this, and then this is where everyone talks about the thumb being the tool, because I'm just going to chop it off with my thumb. I do not like to file it off like the videos. I incorrectly made my first business card doing it with that video. I'm sorry, not that video, but that picture. There is another picture where it does show someone putting them on and then cutting it with their nails like that. That will be my next business card. I am almost out of my first 500. My next 500 will have it like that. Because if you're filing it off on the end, because look, you see that? That's the polish all on my tip, and it's going to stay like that for quite a while. So why would I file it off? I do not know. That makes no sense to me. This is not going to... So even on the side over here, I'm going to push it around and under. Now this is definitely a thicker solid than some of the solids that I've done. Some of the solids are super flimsy. So here, I need to be careful, because this one will cut and drag it, and then it'll just rip off my finger. So I'm poking it down to get that line. Like, and this piece wants to stick. So you just got to be careful and watch what it's doing. You know, you can see as you start to go, is it starting to tear? Like, don't just go hog wild and then see that it tears. See, now that one's a really good one. Like, aside from the fact that my finger is all dry, it won't be dry when I'm done, but that one is a good one. I'm happy there. Okay, good. I don't know why I skipped around, but let's see. So I've learned my lesson on it's pretty much any solid you're going to do, use bigger strips than you need. Just use bigger strips, because then you're not pulling it as much, you're not fighting with it as much, you have room to spare and all of that good stuff. So I'm going to get it all the way here. It's nice on that side, and then I'm going to push it up. It's going to hit my cuticle, and then I like to pull it across. Pull it across. Okay, all that is up on my cuticle. So if it's too much to push under, you'll get it to the point where you can just rip it off. So round and around. Is this helping you guys? Anybody? I hope it's helping you, or you're learning something, or it's not just completely friggin' boring. This one is going to definitely need to be cut a little bit, or see if I pull my cuticle down, how much of it can I push in? So here it's definitely on there a little bit, so oh, it already started to cut. So the rubber one's nice because it does cut it. Oh, hi Michelle. Well, maybe hi Michelle, if Janice gets you in here. Okay, so there's that. Let's see over here just a little bit. Let me make sure it's not. So I got to work it in here a little bit because you can see that little piece. It's like that's where you can get into trouble, is if you don't handle that. Either shove it under your cuticle so it stays down, or cut it off. You just don't want a piece that's going to be sticking up, because that's where you'll lose it. See, like the little piece came off, and so there's bubbles right here. So literally I'm just going to work them out. So here, pull it. So I'm pulling it and helping it stick to my nail. Oh, it's all ready to go. Okay. This particular color, first experience with it, it doesn't have a lot of extra stick because it's stiffer. So some of them just mush right down and stick. This one doesn't mush right down and stick, but that's okay. Now I still see a little bit over here, so I'm gonna work it out. I see a little bit on my finger. Now I learned the other day, it was so late at night when I did that nude color, and I saw a bunch of it on my cuticles, and I was like, oh, I'll get that in the morning. So what I learned there was, if you let it fully cure while it's still on your cuticle, that little piece gets super crunchy hard. So it no longer easily pulls away from your finger. You've now got this problem where if you start to pull it, it's then lifting the polish with it. So so don't do that. There's certain cleanup that can be done after the fact, like if it's just on your finger but not your nail in your finger. Don't let it cure overnight stuck to your nail in your finger. That's skin right there that if I had my cuticle nippers I would chop right off. All right, so I'm going to put on some more Tiny and Shiny so that you guys don't have to stay here forever and be super bored. So these are tiny. They're shiny, but they're also tiny. So you do need to, if you are not a tiny person, I would say be careful with what you're using it. There, probably a lot of it would be good if you just needed a piece or partial glitter. But I'm finding that these are very small. So I can't be as wasteful with the pieces because I don't have lots of large pieces to then, you know, just do whatever with. So I got it nice here on the side. I don't know if it's going to be big enough, but I'm going to gently pull and stretch it as much as I can. I think I stretched it enough. I did. So I've already got a lot shoved under there. Melissa saw my nails the other day. She's like, I would go crazy. I'm like, nope, I don't care. I'm shoving it under there and it'll stay as long as it stays, and I'll take it off when it comes off. But I don't care. As long as it's not catching on things, it doesn't bother me. So, doesn't quite look the same as that other girl that did it, but it still looks kind of galaxy-ish. Hate comments. Where are the comments? I don't even see. I'm going to blow it up and see if I can see different. I usually try and line up the edge. Oh, you do that too? Strip of the cuticle, not overlap, and then tuck. So you do the same thing. Yeah. See, it's going to be fine. Uh-oh. The camera froze. I wonder why. Oh, I see. Michelle's.
The same as that other girl.
Oh, hi Michelle, you did make it in. Yay. Getting there. Is this the one I just did? Oh, hi Michelle, you did make it in. Yay. Oh.
Getting there.
It is there. I don't like it though. I'm gonna put more. Take this little tiny one. That's not gonna be good for any of my fingers.
It is there. I don't like it though. I'm gonna put more.
Okay.
Tiny one. That's not gonna be good for any of my fingers.
So this one I don't think is gonna be as much of a dragging issue. Maybe a little bit. Definitely feel like cutting. Not like hurting cutting, but like.
This one I don't think is going to be as much of a drag issue.
I need to turn that volume down. That's ridiculous. Okay. There's definitely no more room to tuck stuff under in there. So who's used Tiny and Shiny before? Isn't it crazy beautiful, Michelle? I don't know if you saw the pictures. I found someone posted this today, so I was like, I have to do that. So it's Pool Intentions or Intention. I don't know if there's an S on the end of that. And Tiny and Shiny. And I have never attempted the Tiny and Shiny. Lots of people use Tiny and Shiny over other colors. And oh my gosh, I see why they do it. But it is going to take a whole set. There's not going to be much left. Because I don't even know if that's, yeah, that's big enough. It's like it takes up almost my whole finger, but that's fine. Yeah, when Tiny and Shiny wasn't around for a while, and everybody was just like, oh my god, Tiny and Shiny. Like everybody was trying to get it. Everybody was trying to get it. I'm like, what is the big deal? It's just a little girl glitter. No, it's amazing. And don't forget, you can stretch it. When you put it on, it does stretch. Like even once it's on, you can push it and it will stretch even more. Wiggle back and forth to get the tip. And take the purple part off. Or silver, I should have. I'm not leaving all that on my finger. So tucking it in is just going to give you another layer of strength on your nail. You can definitely see some on the cuticle though, and you take care of it. And when you push it under it, you'll get longer life out of the manicure because it's going to take longer to grow out. Looks like a galaxy, doesn't it? It totally does. Gosh. They should have just made this the set, but I get it, Pool Intentions. So I am smoothing it out because I hear Melissa for the pickings. Wouldn't that just drive you crazy? I don't care though. Paying attention to my hands, I try to put it in the middle instead of lining up at the side. Doing it your way seems, yeah, because in the middle, at least doing it on the side, I've got a 50-50 shot that it's going to be perfect. Like, or at least 50% I know is going to be perfect. In the middle, you could screw up both sides. So that's my thinking on it, because I can't perfectly place it in the middle. It doesn't perfectly place. But on the sides, you get one and there you go. It sucks because a lot of, I don't know why, but a lot of my fingers are like, I need the wider side of the two strips. So I don't like when I have to pull the end off first, but whatever. So get it in place where I want it. I see it's on the cuticle a little bit. Maybe I could do a little better. Let's see. Pull this way back. Okay. I like where it is. And then to make it safe, I kind of want to hold the edge that I placed so I don't accidentally pull it off. And as soon as you can, you want to start pulling that down on the tip so that it goes around the edge. And I started to rip it, so I guess you're coming off. And there we go. There's that. So I would much rather have this little bit of tucking and pushing to do than to be too small, because that's, see, look at that. It already is starting to just know your boundaries. You don't belong here. And run it in here. I do push a little hard. It doesn't hurt, but, or like more on the edge of the cuticle pusher, it will really get it starting to cut. A lot of times it's cut and you can't even see that it's cut. Over here, I'm just going to be doing my little tuck. Okay, so now I still want to be super careful because stuff's temperamental and you don't know if it's just going to tear, and then all that pushing back and forth was for nothing. When I get to this point and you're here, tuck it under. I just wrap it in and tuck it under. So, and guys, my nails will look much better after my cuticles are done. But right now they're just dry and scared. That's really scary on the big camera, but whatever. It's going to be beautiful once I have lotion and oil on. So, you can see it on this edge. And it's kind of like nail, but not really. Want to let it seal. What's even worse for me is I still can't, like, even an hour, well, not an hour, but maybe like 30 minutes or so, I still, like, I'll put lotion on right away, but I won't run it over my fingers. I'll just put it on my hands. But still, like, when I want to get that cuticle oil on right away and I can't. So what do you guys think? Do you like it better with the Galaxy look or the plain look? Plain looks pretty cool too, but I think I'm preferring the Galaxy. I guess I'll do my pointer finger. Gosh, look at my fingers. It's so bizarre looking at my hands like so much. What's everybody doing this weekend? Do you have plans? Anything fun? Okay. Oh, that doesn't look good. A lot of people do this little pinch thing. I guess that kind of works. They pinch it together and then I just look like I have glitter boogers or something. Sorry for the... Hi, Christina. Are you still even here? I don't know. So... this part you can be rough with. See over here? I'm going to push it and then wrap it around. Because really, as long as there's no way for water or air to get under it, it doesn't matter where it is. if that makes any sense. See, that's all ready to go. Not all of it, but see now here, big mistake to start just ripping down. Nope, it's not ready. So I'm just going to come over here and work it until I know it's ready. Which over here. You like the sparkles? Painting? Galaxy better, but plain is neat too. Yeah, I like the Galaxy better. Oh, I got a little bit rough with it here. Yeah, I'm not, you know what it is I'm not super into the smooth. If I do that, I have to buff my nails more because I have a lot of ridges in my nails and I don't like to buff them a lot because that makes them thinner and weaker. So this one is a little bit too smooth and flat for me. I like it a little bit. That's why I like the glitters, partly is because they're so rough. They hide all the natural nail blemishes. I'm not crazy about this one, but that's okay. So here I'm just going to push my cuticle back a little bit to make sure that's all back. Then I'm going to make sure this is super tucked into the cuticle. So over here I could do the same thing, just make sure that the cuticle area is pushed. Thanks, Christine. So there we go. Okay, good. So still leaving the thumbs as tools. I will finish the glitter. So I've got a whole hand here left. Yep, so these guys definitely use up a whole set because they are tiny. Get off. Oh my gosh. Okay. Is there any rhyme or reason as to why you sometimes leave the silver tab and remove after application? I tore the strips when I removed before application. Might leave it next time. So the reasons that I leave it is when I don't need to use that side. This side is too small for my finger. So in tearing it off, you definitely have to be gentle and kind of give it like follow the shape that you're tearing. If you just pull or tear, it could rip it. And sometimes it leaves like this, like a little tiny little thing. I just wind up tucking that little part in or filing it off. So over here, I'm just gonna, I don't know what that little rough thing is. So it's like that. Okay. So that's why if I leave it on, it's because I didn't need to use that side. If I took it off, it's because I needed to put that side at the base of my nail. So make sure this is big enough. Such an interesting color, this glitter. It's like got this teeniest tinge of pink, yet it's see-through. It's almost like I could see my fingerprints on it. So this is like a more solid water you up to that back. It's nothing like it. That I don't like. I missed that little edge, so I'm gonna rip this off. And then I'm gonna turn it around. And I'm gonna where'd it go? Because over here, I'm gonna just stick it on the edge because when it doesn't go to the edge, it makes me nuts. So that's my go to the edge. And I'm just gonna cut it. So the cutting motion is really just like a little push, and it just seems to just slice it right away. You're welcome. Yeah, I think you just need to be careful with the silver tab. I'm telling you, still have the Tokyo lights that I don't think you've tried. You will be so pleasantly surprised with how much easier a glitter is to maneuver and operate than a solid. So on my finger a little bit, I'm going to tuck it under. I do a lot of tucking. I'm off the camera. Sorry, guys. Tucking. It's pretty. It's way better than that nude I had on. That nude was not for me. It looked nice. It looked nice. I got compliments. People liked it. Not for me. I don't want to use that one. I use this one. So, again, I'm going to use the wider side. So, I'm just going to take it and curve around with it. It's got those little horny things, little horns, but I don't care. Whoa, glasses in the wrong place. Fingers in the way. Take it from the edge. Hold it. Pull it across. My gosh. Okay, so I don't like where it is here, so I'm going to push it. Try to drag it down a little bit. It totally works. You might not think it does, but like me pulling my thumb like this and just pulling it, it's sliding it on my nail. Okay, and it's so small. Tuck. Tuck and cut. Are you still wearing that other pink, Dee? The one that you first put on, or did you take it off? If you're still totally on lockdown over there, have fun. Put it on. Play with it. You can put it on your toes even. You can get enough to do both. Do you see Tracy ever, Dee? Who's still in here? There's 4 of you. I can't tell who's in there. Ah! I really like it. Look at that. It looks like my pinky's having its own little disco. Okay, seriously, I can't stand it. All right, next. These are so small. That's why they're petites. Did I just hit the light? Disco, it is. I know. Oh my gosh, when I get these in the sun, I'm gonna be just useless. People are gonna be honking, not because I'm on my cell phone, but because I'm staring at my nails in the sunlight. Okay, totally got it on the edge. This one's gonna be very small and tight. So I'm gonna slowly stretch it and see how far I got. Pretty far. Definitely not far enough on the top, so I'm gonna push it up. So I'm totally, ugh, those fingers just look terrible so close in the camera. I don't care. It's gonna look better later. Took it off because of kayaking, cleaning, and they cracked. All right, yes, that can happen. Solids are another breed. Okay, tuck, tuck, tuck. Tracy is in grandmom, and I don't. It's a grandmom now. Yeah, she looks like she's having fun with those grandbabies. I think it's so cool when I see pictures of all you guys, friends for like 40 plus years. No, is it 40 plus years? It has to be. It's so awesome. Okay, getting there. Getting there. Am I like going in and out, or is it the camera? So remember, when you get them on your nails, you can totally push them to where you want them to be. I mean, you don't get a ton of give, but you get some. There's my purse. So I had so many bags today when I was at work. I had like my lunch bag and then my bag of nail stuff and then a work bag that I brought home, that I didn't notice that I didn't have my purse on my shoulder. I had all these other bags on my shoulder and didn't notice that. So thank you, dear, for bringing my purse. Look at that. Can you see it from there? Not as much as me. Can you give it a little pre-stretch here? Oh, you're looking at it up there. It's perfect. You're out of focus.
Can't see the sparkles.
Well, I was not paying attention to the camera. I was paying attention to me.
You should
So
always look at the camera.
I can't always look at the camera. I'm trying to put my nails on.
Yeah, but if they can't see it, because it's...
They get the idea.
But you're going too fast.
I have to go fast.
You can't go if you go too fast, they can't see it.
I've now got a
Now
peanut
it's
gallery.
shaking. You're shaking it.
I'm not shaking it.
Well, it's a second ago you were, because we're in the future.
I know, because that's... The computer is like, I don't know, 2 minutes ahead of or behind what I'm actually doing.
It's behind.
Yes, I know, I said behind. I
It's
started.
hard for it to be ahead.
It would be hard for it to be ahead. See, I wanted to pick this out here, but I'm not going to because this one's still too fresh.
Good choice.
Thank you. Look, don't they look like little galaxies?
From far, far away.
From far, far away, they totally do. Okay, there's that.
Is that the Star Wars version?
It's seriously,
You
it's
should release
amazing.
those on May the 4th.
May the 4th. Yeah, it should have been a May the 4th set. Instead, it was a July the 17th. Well, no, it came out before this. Hi, Deanne. What are you ho-ho-hoing?
The video from 2 minutes ago.
It's
It's
pretty
now.
amazing. So we've got 3, 2.5 left. So, definitely need these big ones for my thumbs. I'll use this one.
Don't bump the camera.
Trying not to bump the camera. Hey, can you do me a favor? Can you give me some water? I'm really thirsty. It's hard work putting on the nails. Deanne, what set are you wearing right now? Okay, Dee, here I go. Ready? To the side. I think that's the key. Tearing to the side. Am I even in the camera? Sorry, guys. Sorry if I was not in the camera. All right. Does that really, does it show? Look it. I'm like mesmerized by it. Okay. Over here. Perfect. So I know why tiny and shiny is all the rage, and I don't know why they have to leave it tiny. Why can't they just make it big and shiny? Because it's so perfect. I bet you this would look good in like Midnight in Manhattan, is that the name of it? The black, like total black, and then to just put this on top. Thank you. Thank you very much. I need a drink of water. Okay, sorry about that, guys. Okay. So, tucking it under. Everybody should have a cuticle stick like this. If you don't, if I've neglected you and have not sent you one, let me know. I can send you one. But you should all have them. And I'm going to have to get back over to Jennifer's party and finish everything up for her. What time is it? Oh, it's 9:15. I'll have to extend all her stuff. So, I'm pushing and tucking under. Forgot about that pile of glitter I left under there. Now, I'm going to take it and just cut away. Oh, see? It was already cut. I just couldn't tell it was cut. It's perfect. Except for that. That's a little too much. Okay. Boys are being so good. Okay, so now for the thumbs. Thumb, 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 thumb. Okay. Oh, and I'm going to totally test out because I wasn't too sure of it last night. So it's getting close to being time. This is the prize for the stories of everybody doing their nails when I get that one pulled up. So I want to really actually test to make sure it works well before I give it to anybody, because if not, I'm going to return it and get another one, because I want to make sure that I'm giving good prizes. So I'll let this sucker heat up fully so that it's ready to seal up my extra stuff. Okay, blue light is on, so it is heating. Put this over here. Okay. My tiny shinies. They're so cute. Sorry if I'm shaking this stuff. I really don't mean to. Oh my gosh, how am I making it shake? Kind of like that side, but I think the bigger side is better. Okay, so that's pretty good, I think. Oops. Okay. Tuck and pull. Didn't tuck too well on this one, but that's not a problem. So, over and around. Anything that's over, I'm always going to try to just push it under and around the edge of my nail. for anybody who missed the solids being applied earlier. That little guy. So what I will also do is I will totally leave it jammed up like that. As long as it's not catching on anything and as long as it's not bugging me, it's fine. But I will also put a clear coat, like touched up under there for any of the little parts that are sticking up, so that I know that it's adhered to my nail. Because that's the only thing you have to worry about, is having any edges sticking up or over top of your cuticle. Because those, like this, if I left this is going to rip up and it's going to just pull it right off my nail. No, I don't even need to cut that off. I'm going to tuck it under. That one looks pretty cool by itself. But no, it's getting covered. All right. My phone is doing. Okay, so last one. This one's pretty big because at this point I'm getting tired. Rip that off just to get it out of my way. The bigger it is, the lazier I can be. That's all right. That's all right. It's amazing how when you just pull it at the top, those little bubbles come out. So now I have to be careful, right? Because I can't be using my thumb as much to push and do all of that stuff. So you kind of lose your tools at the end. So here, oh my god, they've got this like gun thing, it's ridiculous. Okay. So, over here. I don't know how much slower I'm going by when I first did my very first video. I was going really slow because I was like explaining every step, which I kind of did, but it was definitely super slow. So this, I'm just going to let it cut itself, which I think it already did. Need a little assistance. Adam! Is that you doing that? Can you stop it? Thank you. Sorry, didn't mean to scream in your ear. It's just like a constant repetitive little loading and pushing of a gun. Toy gun, of course. Okay, woo, I like it. So, even with the little bit more solid wood, you can push. So yeah, so there's that. So now the last tinies and shinies. Did I do everything else? Yes, I did. Bum bum bum. So exciting. Isn't it nice, guys, to be able to like do your nails and then just do whatever? You're just like totally free to just be like, all right, I did my nails and now I can cook dinner, or I can do whatever. This is, oops, I don't like that. Okay. Maybe I should give it a little bit of a pre-stretch because it looks pretty small. I do not recommend doing this with non-glitters. You'll just rip the little sucker right in half. Okay. Oh, look at that. It was just like perfect size. I like it. I think I'm going to do that other one next. You know what would be horrible? Is if one of those girls from Jennifer's party wanted to come in and then they tried to come in and then there was like a pending group request and or I need to just see for a second here. Make sure because I'd feel really bad. Ah, fudge knuckers. Who tried to join? It was Jennifer. Dang it. Jennifer gets to see the last one if she's... Dang it, dang it. I'm so sorry, Jennifer. Whoops. I don't know if you made it in, Jennifer. I'm really, really sorry. I couldn't see your request and it hit me at the last minute. So I'm super duper sorry. Oh, felt it rip. Janice, message her in case she was like doing something else. What a jackal I am for doing that. And there's like 2 people in here. Galaxies. Janice. I didn't turn it off, did I? Okay, look at that. Wow, this thumb's probably my favorite one. It's not even that bad. Like this one's got a little... So when you put extra on, it does create a little bit of... And you can see it's extra sparkly on that spot, but that's okay. It does create a little bit of a ledge. So you can just put a clear coat over it to get rid of that. And okay, here we go for the last thumb. Okay. Dun dun dun. That's just a little too much. Alright, so safe with glitter, not with solids. Tiny little stretch, because these are small. Okay. All the way on the edge, good. Stretch it across. It's like perfect. Tiny and shiny thumbs are like perfect for my thumbs. Not everything in here is perfect for mine, but that is. Okay. Ouch. Voila. There it is. So I will go around like here. I need to make sure that that's actually tucked in. So when your nails start to grow, when you do them super close to your cuticles, what will happen in a few days is you might think that they're lifting away from your fingers, but they're not. What's actually happening is it's growing out just a little bit, and you had that little bit of a ledge right there where the polish ends. So it's not a big deal. I've taken a nail file or a buffer and just gently filed right around the edge up top, and then put a clear coat over it so that you don't catch it, because that's a place where you might feel it catch on your hair or whatever. See, like that? I don't like that. I don't like it. I don't like that either. Like a little line where it ends, and I'm like, no. Cut. Put my finger here. Oh. Missed it. Oh no, I got it. There's some glitter up there. All right, guys. Well, thank you, Dee. So there they are. In like 25 to 30 minutes, when I can put lotion on and not look like a wrinkled up dead old lady, then it'll look a lot better. And then this, watch, I'll do one even though I shouldn't, because that's okay. So this stuff is my favorite thing in the world, because just watch. So cuticle oil. So see, look how happy that finger looks. Pinky is totally happy. The rest will be happy momentarily. But anyway, yay. Thanks for watching, everybody. Does anybody have any questions about it? I'm so sorry for the camera jerking. It must be like when I hit the little table thing. Anybody have any questions or anything? Woohoo. They are amazing. No? Well, thanks for coming, ladies, and sorry for the jerking. It's because I've got the camera on like it's here. It's on the keyboard thing, so that's why it's probably jerking around every time I hit it. And then there you go. The worst part of Color Street is this cute little mess that you get. Oh, the heating up of the thing. Wait a minute. Sorry, I hit the light. Okay, so let's see. This is on, and it feels hot, so let's get this going. Definitely feels hot. My God, sometimes this is such a bitch. Okay, so sometimes they are super difficult to get back inside, so anything that will help hold them open. What's up, dude? You guys going swimming? Have fun?
Might not be. Where's Dad?
I don't know.
You have to go in the garage. Oh, well, Dad.
So, I don't know if anybody else has these difficulties sliding these back in, but I certainly do. They never want to slide. Good night. Oh yeah, it's late for you. Good night, Dee. Never want to slide. Okay, good. So, Throw this back in. And I'm not sealing up 2 packs. I'm not doing it separate. So I'm just going to take these tinies and shinies and throw them in here. Never done that before, but I'm doing it now. The other night I was so bummed when I did my set. I had my Coming Up Rose Gold and like 4 of them I left out and I just forgot to put away. So, alright. Let's see if this guy... So I let him heat up quite a bit more than I did the other night. Because I don't know... Oh yeah, that's much better. The other night when I did it, it worked, but... No, I forgot to... Let's see. Yeah, I'll have to try. I bought one other brand. I'll have to try it to see if it makes me happier than this one. This one doesn't make me super happy. It works, but it's a lot of effort. Maybe my search will continue. Alright, I'll turn this off. There it is. Alright, heading back over to the party. Good night, guys. Bye. If I can figure out where my little how do I turn you off is. Oh, great. I flipped it. Oh, this is terrible. My button's missing. There it is. It's hiding under Cassandra's message. If I can flip her out of the way, which it won't go away. Now I can finish. There we go.